We are learning more tonight about what happened. The airport confirms a person jumped the perimeter fence and within 2 minutes was hit and killed while crossing an active runway. This happened as the jet was taking off.
But town council had some concerns about anyone developing here. After all, there are some abandoned oil wells. This place had previously been used as a dumping site for things like torpedo propellant. Is this something that you would approve?
What would you say to critics who say there might not be enough resources in the places they go?
You're saying this could, in theory, close the hospital.
I had family members that were texting me, hey, do I need to evacuate? This is what the river looks like right now. It's come up through the walkway, flooding the grassy areas. And if you come look over here, we can see piles of some of that debris.
The snow has stopped falling after overnight blizzard-like conditions dumped up to 4 feet of snow in the mountains and up to 1.5 feet on the plains. This is the biggest November snowstorm here in decades. This June memo means that the safety incidents here are more than even some of the biggest airports in the country, including DIA.
There was a huge response to Evergreen High School as soon as the call came in, and then those people who were shot were rushed over here to St. Anthony.
I spoke with one man who said he helped put out the fires last week, and now he's back leading the walk today.
From hotels to restaurants, transportation to taxes, the financial benefits of this world-famous film festival has sent ripple effects through Utah's economy for decades.
This isn't the first time there have been elevator issues here at Civic Lofts, including a rescue on Saturday. The fire department says they've been here 4 times in the last 2 weeks. Online records also show that the elevator license is expired. The city also told me that the building is running without a residential license. The property management says they are working to fix the issue, but 14 flights of stairs and 4 days later, residents are frustrated.
This is Stephen Frazier's first time outside in days.
This is floor 1, ground floor. I live up on 14, so now we start our hike up.
On crutches from a knee injury, he stayed in his apartment since the elevator broke Saturday.
Grocery delivery service isn't really an option because there's no way to allow anybody access into the stairwells from my unit. Not to mention, I don't think any delivery driver wants to walk up 14 floors with groceries.
It's also his first day trying to get to the office.
Now my livelihood is compromised because they can't seem to fix this issue. So I now can't go to the establishment to earn the income that pays to live here.
Property management telling us in a statement, in part, since the outage occurred, our priorities have been to provide special accommodation for those in need and to find alternative solutions for important services. But while we were there, other residents flagged us down to express their frustration.
The last straw on the camel's back is these both elevators breaking because we've lived here since 2021. And maybe for the first 2 weeks that both elevators worked, and ever since then, it's just been one.
I want the elevators fixed and I want them to stay fixed. They've been down, I've been in the building for a year and a half, and they pretty much went down within a month.
Online records show the elevator's last inspection was more than a year ago, failing most categories. The fire department was here 14 times last year, now working with the property to get it fixed. Meanwhile, 15 minutes later, Stephen is still heading up.
All right, we made it.
14 floors.
14 floors. Here's your workout for the day.
Property management declined to interview, but says they are working to get the problem fixed, although no timeline has been given for those repairs. Some residents also told me they've been offered a hotel room to stay at, but they're not sure how they're going to bring their stuff or pets down, all while paying rent.
Parents at Boulder Valley School District shared some concerns about bullying and racial disparities that they were seeing with their kids. So I started digging to check if what they were seeing was an isolated incident or something bigger. Soon, dozens of district parents were sharing their stories with me, alleging similar complaints. And it turns out state data backed up some of their concerns.
When her daughter started coming home from school crying, Jamila Richmond became a very vocal parent in the Boulder Valley School District.
The bullying that she was experiencing was really traumatic, and it wasn't just the children, it was also adults who were participating in that.
It got so bad that last year, Richmond pulled her daughter out of 4th grade at Whittier International Elementary School.
There was an incident in which my daughter was waiting in line for her lunch, and 4 kids cornered her up against the wall. And my daughter felt threatened. So she pushed one of the kids to get out of that situation. They sent her to the office by herself, as though she were the aggressor.
Richmond's daughter is black, and she says those 4 other students were white. At BVSD, our investigation found minority students were almost 3 times more likely to be disciplined for bullying than white students.
That creates an image of perhaps children, black children, Latino, Indigenous, looking as though they are the instigators in situations, when in actuality, they're really just responding to aggression, harassment, and discrimination.
We spent hours analyzing spreadsheets of state data, each time seeing these same results, bringing them to the district superintendent, Dr. Rob Anderson.
Is this something you've been tracking?
We've been tracking this data for years, and on a monthly basis, our team comes together to look at trends to decide if there are different practices that we need to be implementing, if there are different supports and resources. The analysis that you shared with me, I didn't see that till this morning.
But BVSD still admits who and how they discipline overall is something they're working on.
Do you think your efforts have been successful so far?
I think that we've been successful in a few things. Over the past 5 years, have reduced suspensions of our Hispanic Latino students by 51%. We've reduced the amount of discipline. I don't know that the disproportionality has improved in the ways we would have hoped.
And the problem at BVSD may be one of the biggest in the state. When it comes to who gets in trouble for bullying, state data shows it has the largest gap between white and minority students compared to similarly sized districts.
What is your reaction to that?
That our data is more accurate, that we've created the systems and the trust within our community where folks will tell us when these things are happening, and they know that we'll follow through.
Anderson says that racial disproportionality is also reflected in academic performance. All trends the school says they meet about monthly when discussing all disciplinary reports and assessing their policies.
I do think that there's continued training that needs to happen for all of us in the school district, not just for kids, but for teachers and for administrators as well.
But parents like Richmond are still unsure.
I want to see the district actually do more than use its words. And for, again, children to be engaging in bullying, arguing, whatever it is, that's a completely different scenario than adults compounding that and piling on and assuming who's the culprit, who's the victim.
Around 50 parents, including many I met with, say they're now considering taking legal action in a civil rights suit against the district.
Sarah Horbacewicz spoke with community members about the future they envision for the ballpark.
Everyone remembers Little League, that one big catch, or a team meeting with the coach.
1, 2, 3,
no Boulder! But nobody remembers those moments better than Doug Bogatz, with 20 years of pictures to prove it.
This is one of the opening days.
While technically a volunteer, he's better described as a mayor of Iris Fields in Boulder, helping build every sign, statue, and
probably the most important one is the drinking fountain.
Do you have a picture of it too?
Yes, definitely.
With the purpose of building a community here.
This is my second home. A lot of people, grandparents visiting for the first time, refer to it as a moving Norman Rockwell painting. Very Americana. Kids up on the scoreboard, siblings running around.
But after years of baseball here, the future's uncertain. Boulder County put the fields up for sale earlier this year. And now the community wants a say in what's next.
I've grown up in Boulder and I've never seen anything come together quite like this.
Achilles Lagrave is the president of the neighboring HOA. This summer, he joined the Little League's efforts to save Iris Fields by bidding on it themselves.
You're not a baseball guy, you don't have any kids on the team, but you're spending every day fighting for a baseball field.
Well, I mean, I didn't know it at the time my daughter poked me that I was taking on a whole other part-time job that would pay nothing.
Do you have any regrets?
Absolutely none.
And those unpaid efforts may be paying off. Last month, Save Iris Fields found a developer that wanted to help and submitted a bid to the county.
It's been pretty stressful, I'll be honest, but I believe that the best for Iris Fields is yet to come.
Officials are expected to decide the winning bid by the end of the year, and those at the fields hope the county will play ball.
It's classroom of life for the kids and a vital centerpiece for the community.
Reporting in Boulder, Sarah Horbacewicz, covering Colorado First.